Today we are in Durant, Oklahoma, which is halfway between Tulsa and Dallas. Tulsa is about 210 miles, and it's probably a couple hours drive to Dallas from here. It is right along US 69 75 highway, and the population of Durant is about 16,000 people, I believe. Durant is the home of the Choctaw Nation, and here is town is the Choctaw Casino. I am staying at the Choctaw Casino KOA, which is very nice, and we'll be showing you here at the end of the video. But Durant, Oklahoma was founded by a Choctaw Indian who was part French in the 1870s. He settled here shortly after the railroad was built to come through here. He created the first kind of general store and opened it to sell items, make a living, and started the city of Durant. Nearby is Lake Texoma, which I drove by. It's beautiful up there. We are also close to Fort Washita, which was a Indian. Well, it wasn't Indian. It was a military fort created by to help with the Indian wars that were going on. Sorry, folks. It was used by the U.S. Army up until about, I think, 1861, which is when the Confederates came in, took it over. And then after the Civil War, 1865, the fort was never used again. The Confederates destroyed quite a bit of the infrastructure that was there. Eventually, the fort was turned over to the Choctaw Nation, and it was rebuilt, and looks like it'd be a great place to go visit. Unfortunately, currently I think it's closed because of the current situation, and therefore not going to be able to get in and go see it. It looks like they're also typically closed on Monday and Tuesday, so you might keep that in mind if you're coming through the area. It's interesting that most of the Choctaw Indians actually identified and fought with the Confederates during the Civil War. The reason being is that the Choctaw Indians were actually slaveholders. They actually owned their own slaves, which is a little different than quite a few other Indian tribes. The Choctaws also had their own separate Trail of Tears, separate from what happened to the Cherokee in Oklahoma. And the Choctaw lost about, I think, 2,500 people during the Choctaw Trail of Tears. Another interesting thing that I found out, everyone's heard about the code talkers from World War II, but apparently the Choctaw Indians were recruited as code talkers during World War I, and that information has been lost. On the left here is Craft Pies Pizza Company. I ate there last night. Delicious pizza. I keep saying I need to create my own channel that is pizza, barbecue, and wings, since that's where I typically stop, places I typically stop to eat. But I haven't done that yet. There are a few really nice art galleries in through here. There on the left is Casey's Roadhouse, which would be a place I think I'd like to come try and visit try one of these times. Yesterday I also went up to Atoka, Oklahoma. They have a Civil War cemetery there where there was a Civil War platoon that got sick in the area, and several of them died and got interned there on a road that was built to haul mail from Missouri to California. So the cemetery is there, a replica of, well, it may be the original road, but they've put fencing up, and there's a nice little small museum there that you can check out. As I'm getting ready for my next turn, there is a little diner that'll be on the right that I believe it's called Wright's. And when I was looking through Yelp, it was the only place in town that looked like it had 5-star reviews. And I may need to add that a D into my see if that helps. Dark cameras keeps fading in and out. I don't know why. But yeah, I might need to add a D into with the barbecue pizza and wings reviews. Here's Wright's Drive-In on the right. Speaking of drive-ins, they actually at the casino have a Guy Fieri restaurant from Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Haven't eaten there yet, but may do that in the future. The casino also has a movie theater in it. I suspect there are a lot of people that come up here from Dallas as because it's not that far away. Well, Texas in general. It's only about 10 miles to the border, so it's a border town. Casinos that don't necessarily have in Texas, as well as the medical marijuana industry here, which you also don't have in Texas. I don't know what the Oklahoma laws are of getting a medical card for Texans. I don't know if you can or not, but there have been a lot of dispensaries pop up in Oklahoma over the last year since it got legalized. Now the KOA that we're going to be coming up on here after I turn right under the freeway. The KOA, I've stopped here several times going between Georgetown and Bartlesville, Oklahoma, because it's really nice and it's relatively inexpensive compared to other KOAs. And for coming in late at night, or they have big pull-through sites that makes it easy to pull in and get unhooked. As you can see, the truck is running much better than it was during the Bartlesville to Pahuska drive. Hopefully I'll get that video uploaded here soon. Not that the truck's fixed. Ran a manual regen on the DEF tank to clear it out, and that temporarily fixed my low engine power, but I still have got a check engine light on, so I'll have that looked when I get back to Austin here today. As you can see, it's kind of gray. It's an early morning. Condensation keeps building up on my windshield, so hopefully that hasn't impacted the lens very much, but and here is Choctaw Road, and you can see the casino here on the left. They've expanded this once in the 4 years I've been coming through here, and they're working on another huge expansion now. So, have a big theater in there where a lot of artists come play, country western artists. I'm not a huge casino person, but lots of casinos have great places to park your RV. So that's why stay at them a lot. But here we are at the KOA. This has been my home for the last 2 nights. This is a great place to stop if you're, for a couple of nights, or even one night if you're heading through someplace else. I wouldn't say that there's a ton to see in the area that would keep you busy for several days, unless, of course, maybe you fished, spent a lot of time over at Lake Texoma, but there might be some camping spots on the lake. I haven't been over there really to look, so these are all pull-through sites too. Doesn't look like they have any that you back up into. And there's a lot of spots here. I've never been here and not had a place to stay. And they treated me exceptionally well as when I was having truck issues. I was supposed to be here on Saturday. It's now Wednesday. I got here Monday, but I called them up and they canceled my reservation at no charge, even though I just made it the day before, and their cancellation policy stated that it's typically a 48 hour cancellation or you lose 1 day. So, as I said, very well taken care of in a neat place. So thank you very much. Hope you guys have a great day. If you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and we will talk to you again soon. Thank you very much.